Going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. So I got some motherboards in, some coolers. I'm still waiting on the CPUs and RAM, but for this, I'm going to show you guys how to actually add workers into HiveOS. I always like to do this early before I do my build so I'm ready to go. So the first thing you're going to need is obviously a drive to put HiveOS on. So I prefer the M2s. That's why I got these two here also, but you can use SSDs like this guy right here, or you can even use thumb drives like these little USB ones. Now, I hate these thumb drives. They have a high failure rate. A lot of people have them running forever. And I also find that they're very, very slow. So example, if you're trying to update maybe on a GPU rig, your NVIDIA drivers, it takes forever. If you're trying to flash, it takes forever. And then again, you know, I find that I had a lot of these fail on me over the past few years. So I did move over to SSDs like this guy right here. Now I found that these failed on me when I did get some power outages. Now it was very, very rare, but it did happen. It actually zapped the whole drive. Keep in mind that was also drives that were running on Pico, so that may have been the issue, but everything else is fine. But in the end, I always ended up turning to the M2s. Now the SSDs, they are fast. Everything that was the cons on the USB, these were actually good on because everything was way faster, and obviously M2s are a little bit faster here. And you know, based on price and everything, you can get M2 drives now for the cheaper than the SSDs, and obviously the same price or cheaper than USBs. Everything is a lot cheaper than what it used to be. So I just go with these M2 drives every single time. Now, depending on the drive that you choose to use or what you already got laying around, you're going to need something to flash them with. Now, obviously, if you're using just a USB stick, then you can just plug that into your computer and you don't need anything else. I will have links to everything down in the description, but let's start with SSD type of thing. So that is this guy right here. So obviously you can see it has the power and the data connection. All you need is this guy right here. This will plug into that and then plug that into your computer and you're good to go. Now this also comes with the universal one right here. So what this does, this will plug into here, which will then go to your computer, and then this will work for M2 drives. Now the SSD M2 drives this will work with. The pins are a little bit different on the NVMEs, and Epics as well as Ryzen 7000 series will need the actual other version for the NVMEs, which is what that guy's for. But this one here will work with your standard M2s for your 3 and 5000 series CPUs, and then also some RevTech motherboards and stuff, other things. They do use this guy right here. I'll kind of zoom in. You can see mSATA SSD. So that's the kind of smaller one that you usually see laying around. It's kind of weird looking thing, but this also has it available to flash as well. So this is more of a universal thing that works with kind of older drives as well as that mSATA thing. But when you move into the 7000 series and Epics, you're going to need the NVMe drives, which only has a single slot here. Let's see if I can kind of point this out here. So let's get a focus on here. There we go. So you can see there's only one little slot here, where the M2 other ones, they got two kind of slots, and this will not work inside the universal. You're going to need this guy right here, and this is an NVMe M2 flashing drive. So it pretty much works exact same way as everything else. You plug it into here, screw it down, and then you just plug this into your PC, and then it'll read these style of drives, and then you'll be able to flash HiveOS. So that's kind of the hardware that you're going to need based on what you need to flash. Now let's actually add the rig, get our rig config file, and flash our drives. All right, so we're going to come to HiveOS.com. We're going to click on install right here because we actually got to get the HiveOS software to flash to our drive. So depending what you want to do, you can download the zip version for GPU, CPU rigs. This is the latest stable version, or you can download the beta image, which has all the latest drivers and Hive kernels and so on. I usually like to run the beta version on my rigs. For the latest 7000 series, you are going to need the beta version if you want to see your temperatures on your CPU. So keep that in mind. I do run the beta. So you're going to want to download this. The same process applies for both of these. So once you've done that, I already have it. So download the latest beta version, and then we'll continue on to the next step. Once you are done downloading whatever version you choose to pick, then you got to extract it. Once you're done extracting that file, you're going to see you're now going to have an ISO image. This is what we're going to use to flash. But before we can flash anything, we're going to need a flashing tool. In this case, I do recommend that Bellina, I say it wrong, but you're going to need Etcher. So I will have this link down below. You're going to need to download this program because this is what we're going to use to actually flash our drives with. Now that you do have everything you need, we're going to go into our HiveOS account. This is assuming you already have an account set up. I don't think you need me to walk you through that. It's just like adding your email and a password, you're good to go. Then you're going to choose a farm. You're going to make a farm from scratch if it's your first time ever. If you already have a whole bunch of farms, choose the farm you're going to use. In this case, I'm using Rabid Mining GPU CPU farm. So I'm going to click on this, and now we're going to enter a rig into this farm. So it's pretty easy. We're just simply going to go up top here to the plus, and then we're going to add worker. As you can see, now it's going to ask us to add an ASIC or add rigs. I'm going to be adding rigs here. This is for your GPU, CPUs, hard drives, whatever. So we're going to be utilizing new CPU rigs, and then we're just going to connect an existing rig. So I'm going to click on that, and it'll open up that rig. So I'm going to make two here. So I'm actually jumping right back in here by clicking the top. I'm going to hit the plus again. I'm going to add another worker because I plan on adding two rigs here. So I'm going to do this one more time. Connect existing again, and there we go. So now I'm going to go back into here, and you can kind of see what just happened. So you can see there are two new rigs here all set up. Now I want to name these to whatever I want. So I'm going to go from 35 to rig 36 and rig 37. So I'm going to click on these right here, go to my settings here, and then rename these. So this one here is going to be rig 36, and I'm just going to update the worker here. And then in this case, you're going to get your rig config file right here. I'm just going to go into the other rig right quick here and adjust that one. How come that's not showing up? We'll go to our main rigs here, click, scroll down. You can see rig 36 is now there. And now I'm going to change this one here to rig 37. Get rid of this, rig 37. And now I'm going to update that worker. There we go. So I do have my rigs now added to HiveOS. So now we got to flash each individual rig to their own hard drive and download that rig config and add that in as well. So I'm going to go to rig 36 here. I'm going to click on it, and now I'm going to go into settings, and I'm going to download this rig config. It's going to bring this up. Yes. I'm just going to overwrite the previous one, save it. Yes. Done. Now we're going to jump in and flash our drives. So as you can see here, I loaded up my NVMe drive into the reader, and then I simply plug it into my computer. At that point, I load up Bellina Etcher here, and we're going to choose our file, which we did download from HiveOS, the beta version, which is already extracted. So we're going to come in, navigate to where it is. If you already did it before, it should automatically pop up to that latest version you previously used. So we're going to click on that, hit open here. Now we're going to select our target. So this is the drive that we're actually using. So this, you can see it is 256. There are two hidden ones. These are actually your main drives, obviously C and D and whatever other ones you got in there. You don't want to use those. Always make sure you know exactly what drive, because you don't want to accidentally flash your main hard drive or something here. So I would recommend not clicking on those, but I do know this is 256 gigabytes. This is the correct drive. So we're going to select that one right there and simply click on flash. So here it's going to say, it's going to confirm this is a pretty large drive. You sure it's right? Yes, I am sure. And then my screen dies. I'm just kidding. My screen didn't die. This is normal. Hit the yes button there, and now we're just going to let this thing flash. Now, if you're doing a USB drive, this could take, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes, a long time. As we can see, it is going pretty darn fast because M2s, especially NVMEs, are pretty fast. So we're just going to let this flash out here. It's going to finish flashing, then it's going to validate, as you can see here. Estimated time about 12 seconds, counting down here. It's a nice fast process to set up these rigs. So once it is done flashing, I'm actually going to have to eject this drive, which I'm going to show you in 1 minute here. So it's flashing. It's going to wait for it to finish confirming. There we go. We're all done. So I'm actually going to close that out. And now I'm going to come in and we're going to eject this drive so we don't get anything bad happening. So here, eject 31. Yes, it's going to do its thing. All right, so I did remove the hard drive at that point and then wait a couple seconds and plug it back in. Once you do that, HiveOS should be detected and you can see a successful flash. Now, sometimes it won't pop up when you plug it in. You may need to go into your Windows format and then tell it and give it a drive or something because it's not indicating a drive letter. Most of the time it is, but sometimes it's not. I just want to point that out. But here we can see successful flash. HiveOS is here. So I'm going to come into my downloads here. This is the rig config we did download. So I'm just going to copy this. We're going to go back into our Hive folder and just paste this in. There we go. Our rig is 100% set up. At this point, all you got to do is close this out, go back in and eject that drive, eject it again, and then pull it out of your PC and install that into your rig. Once you boot it up, plug in your Ethernet cable, it will be detected on your dashboard in HiveOS. All right, so I did flash that second rig in now, but I do want to point out some of you guys do like to use Wi-Fi, so this is how you would set that up. So you're going to click on the folder here in network. I'm on the drive right here that's plugged in my PC that we just flashed on. My rig config is copy and pasted into here, just like I showed you already. So now you're just going to go on the network folder like so, double click, and you'll see this little file here labeled Wi-Fi. We're going to right click on this and edit it. Now, Wi-Fi isn't really the stable. It's always recommended to use Ethernet cables, but if you do want to use Wi-Fi, this is how you would set it up. So here you can see Wi-Fi SSID and Wi-Fi password. It pretty much explains what it's there for. Here you would put in whatever the name of your Wi-Fi network is, and then right here in between, you would set up whatever your Wi-Fi password is. Save that, and then when you boot your PC, it should detect Wi-Fi, load HiveOS, and do all that good stuff. So hopefully this video does help you out, guys, in flashing and adding workers into HiveOS. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.